Okay. You found me because you know you need to lift weights in midlife. You've heard that your muscle matters more than ever, and you know that you don't have to wreck yourself to do it. You've heard me say that, but you're probably standing there and going, okay, Cam, but what do I actually do? Where do I actually start? How many days a week? How heavy? Like, how heavy is heavy? What moves should I do? How do I know I'm not going to hurt myself in this whole process? If that's you, take a breath because today I'm handing you the whole entire thing. It's so simple. There's no overwhelm. Just start lifting weights after 50. The way this actually works in real life with a real calendar and a real life, not the way it looks, on flashy Instagram. It's actually the way that builds strength that you can feel. And that's the part I love the most. This just isn't my opinion. This is backed by research. And we're not talking like the bro science that I only study guys. No, and we're not talking about the 25-year-old influencer, whatever she's selling this week on Instagram. This is actually studies on women's bodies in midlife. That's a big deal. So stick with me because at the end, you're going to know exactly where to begin. Hey there, I'm Cam Allen. Since 2010, I've helped women in midlife build strength and stop fighting their own bodies just to feel good again. I'm a menopause health and fitness expert with a side of NLP master coach in my back pocket, which really means I help women change how they talk to themselves because that's where lasting change actually starts in your mind. And I've been exactly where you are, face down on the couch with a bag of chips, wondering where do I even begin? And I'm going to make this so easy for you. So let's go. First, we got to take the pressure off. Before I give you how, I want to take a little weight off your shoulders. When I say research backs this up, this is what I mean. Every so often, scientists do this thing where they don't just look at one study, they actually gather all the good studies on a topic and look at them together. It's called a meta analysis. And basically, it's the difference between asking one friend for advice and asking 100 friends for advice. You get the pattern and you definitely get less bias. And when they pull all the studies together of actually women lifting weights after menopause, we're talking 24 studies and thousands of women. The pattern is wonderfully boring. It's not complicated or extreme. So that's really the great news. Here it is. Lift a couple of times a week. Use moves that challenge you, give your body time to recover, and keep showing up. That's it. That's the whole secret. And here's what that study found that the simple approach actually does. It builds your strength back, which is amazing. It puts density back in your bones, especially in your spine and your hips, where those are really get fragile in menopause. And it helps your body handle blood sugar better, which matters a whole lot more for us now than it used to. So if you've been waiting to feel ready or waiting to find the perfect program, you can just stop waiting right now because guess what? Simple is what works. So I'm going to break this down into 4 actual pieces so you can actually use this. Part 1, we got to keep the moves simple. Have you ever seen on Instagram people doing these complicated moves? No, 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 no. You do not need 50 exercises and you do not need just one single machine. You don't need to memorize anything. Your body only moves a handful of ways naturally. Think about it. You push something, you pull something, you sit down and you stand up, you bend down and pick something up, and you carry stuff around. Those are the movement patterns. Basically, it's basic life, right? Like hauling your groceries or carrying your laundry baskets or your grandkids or getting off the floor. So when you train, when you lift weights, you just practice those same life patterns on purpose. You push, you pull, you sit down, you stand up, squats, you hinge at the hips, deadlifts, and you carry something heavy across the room. Pick one move from each, and you got a full workout. No fancy plan required. You're just literally rehearsing for the movements your life already asked you to do. So there it is. Stay easy. Part 2, start smaller than you think. Here's where some women go really wrong. they go all in. They like white knuckle themselves. They'll go 5 days a week, an hour at a time, this whole boot camp thing. And it lasts for about 2 weeks. And then something happens in life, like muddy shoes walks through your life. Your schedule gets crazy, or you're not sleeping, or you're whatever. And so we're not doing that. I want you to start smaller than you think you should. So, like, let's say 2 days a week, like 10-ish minutes. That's it. I call these the Menopause Minis. These are short strength sessions designed into a program with all the movement patterns that you can do in your living room, in your pajamas, or while your coffee's brewing. And research really backs this up. In one study, women who lifted like twice a week came out about 18% stronger after a few months. Just twice a week. That's it. There's even research showing one good session a week moves the needle for beginners. So please don't let anyone tell you it has to be 5 days or it doesn't count, because it counts, because consistency beats intensity every single time. And here's the brain part that I love to talk about. When something feels doable, you actually do it. Every time you finish, you're teaching your brain something about your body. You're saying, I'm someone who does this. This is easy for me. And your body and your energy feel good. And that is how a habit sticks. You're actually changing at the identity level. And what I mean by that is it's the words you say after I am. That's the key. Part number 3, lift heavy for you. Now, gosh, I mean, every time I get on Instagram, there's a fight about what does that mean? And this is the part that women get nervous about. I understand. It's the weight. What weight should I use? And here's the truth. That 2-pound pink dumbbell you've been using since 1998 isn't going to tell your muscles anything. Your muscles need a reason to stick around. So when we say lift heavy, I want you to lift heavy for you. Not heavy for a bodybuilder, not like maxing out. Heavy for you simply means this. The last 2 to 3 reps feel challenging while your form still looks good. Like you're working to keep your form good. That's the key right there, the little work at the end of the set. If you finish and you could have done like 20 more, that's too light. And if your form falls apart and you're starting to move like a noodle, like you can't keep your body under control, it's like a noodle, then it's too heavy. So right in the middle where those last few reps make you really focus and really feel your body move through time, space, and gravity, that is the magic spot. And as it starts getting easy, because it's going to, because you're going to build strength, you just nudge it up a little bit. You just nudge it up a little over time. That is the single biggest thing research points to when you're actually building strength in midlife. You don't rush it. You don't need to do it all at once. You keep gently asking your body, could I do a little bit more? We actually call that progressive overload. Maybe you've heard that on Instagram. What it means is you're slowly increasing the weight, the reps, or the time you're using your muscles. There's lots of ways to scale up. And here's something that really surprised me. For your bones, the studies found that moderate weight, like challenging but not crazy heavy, actually worked better than going as heavy as humanly possible. Isn't that the greatest news? So that heavy for you sweet spot is not for just beginners. It's actually the spot that works for your bones and your muscles. And no, a couple times a week isn't going to accidentally turn you into a bodybuilder. No, not going to happen. That's a myth. Bodybuilders work out for hours at a time and measure every single morsel of food they put in their mouth. We are not doing that. We are just tuning up our sports car, our fine midlife bodies. We are not becoming bodybuilders. I just want to say that. Okay, so part 4 of this. And this one really surprised me when I first learned it the hard way, face down on the couch for 2 to 3 days. And really no one told me about it. So I'm going to tell you because you need to hear this. You don't actually get stronger during the workout. You get stronger after the workout while you recover, when you rest, when you eat protein and drink water. The workout is the signal for your body. But the recovery, the time between your workouts, is where you're building your bones and your muscles. And that happens on rest days. So you aren't being lazy. It's actually part of the program. In fact, when I wrote the Midlife Muscle Protocol, I had to write it down that the fourth key was rest and recovery. Rest within the workout and rest days between the workouts. That's when your strength actually shows up. That's why 2 really good days a week with rest in between works better than grinding yourself into the ground every single day. And after 50, please hear this, your recovery matters more than it used to. So we got to honor it. This is all about loving and respecting our body and honoring where we are right now. And here's the piece that ties it all together. And it's the part I can't help but teaching. It's the self-talk runs the whole entire thing. Your subconscious mind runs about 95% of your body. It's listening to every word you say to yourself. So notice what happens when you say, I have to force myself to work out. Did you feel that? Did you feel yucky? Did you feel a lump in your throat? Did you feel like boot in your stomach? Now try this one. I'm building strength for the woman I am becoming. It feels a little bit different. Did you sit up a little straighter? Did your shoulders drop away from your ears? It felt different to me. Your body follows those words. So start auditing what you're saying to yourself. Stop judging yourself. That's actually why I only do demo style workouts. You don't need to be comparing yourself to me on the screen or anybody else for that matter. When you work out, it is for you only. You rest when you need to rest. You use the weight that feels right to you. So as you start, don't just lift the weight. Tell yourself the truth while you do it. I am a woman who lifts weights. I take care of my body. I am strong and I'm getting stronger. And remember that I am, that's part of the identity. When you change yourself at the identity level, watch out, world. We are not trying to get our old body back. That season is over. Our hormones are different and we are in a brand new season of life. We are building strength for this brand new body, which I happen to think is the best part of life. This body is carrying you through this amazing second half of life. So let's go. So there it is. That's the whole approach. Number 1, keep it really simple. Keep the move simple. Mimic real life. Number 2, start small. Number 3, recover well. Number 4, talk to yourself like someone you love. And that is how you start lifting weights after 50. Simply, safely, in a way that actually lasts. And once you have a couple weeks under your belt and you're ready to learn how to keep getting stronger without guessing, I've made this entire beginner playlist for you. Go ahead and click right here and I'll walk you through it. If this was helpful, hit subscribe so you never ever miss an episode. And I'll see you next time.